Excuse me, mate. Got 2 minutes? Are you feeling frustrated in your marriage? Or even you've got a decent marriage but feel there's some room for improvement? In this video, I'll be going through the life-changing book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman, to help you in your marriage, here on Better You in 2. The 5 Love Languages, written by Gary Chapman, is a classic but very much relevant book on how effectively to communicate love to your spouse. Gary Chapman had several counselling sessions with married couples and would generally hear the same complaints like, "I just don't feel loved." And the other half would say something like, "I don't understand why they don't feel loved. I do this, I do that, but it doesn't seem to work." Gary Chapman managed to narrow down all the marriage problems to 5 categories, which became the 5 Love Languages. He begins the book by referring to a man he was sitting next to on a plane. This man found out he was a marriage counsellor and asked him the question, "What happens to the love after we get married?" This man asked this question because he had been married and divorced 3 times. Gary Chapman goes on to say how it is possible that you could have communication experts who present seminars on communication at work, but will come home and struggle to communicate effectively to their spouse. The real issue is communication. If you wish to speak to someone from another culture, you need to speak in a language that they understand. It's the same with the love languages. There's no point expressing love to your spouse in English when they can only stand Chinese. Gary Chapman also mentions the need for everyone to receive emotional love and refers to the fact that everyone has a love tank that needs to be filled. However, when the love tank is empty, that's when the problems begin to start in marriage. It's also a problem where people don't understand what it really means to love someone. We are too focused on the in-love experience, where you're infatuated by the other half. You know, that honeymoon period, that time before the marriage when you couldn't wait to meet each other. They're always on your mind, you can't even concentrate at work, you talk on the phone for hours. Research shows that in-love honeymoon period only lasts on average around 2 years. And some couples believe that the end of that euphoric romantic period only leaves you with 2 options: to either sign up for a life of just tolerating each other or jump ship and try again with someone else. But it doesn't have to be that way. There is a third option, and that is to look at that obsessive in-love experience for what it really is, just a temporal period, and to try and find real love, which takes a lot of work and commitment, by applying these love languages, which are: number 1, words of affirmation; number 2, quality time; number 3, receiving of gifts; number 4, acts of service; and number 5, physical touch. The book is filled with many stories and practical steps on how to find out what your spouse's love language is. Take a read of this book and learn how to show some real love to your spouse.